powerups are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, hello, and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. It's Monday. I don't know about happy. It's been nice for me. I've had a day off. It's been real nice. Hey, good guts, welcome in. Like, it's been like my first day off in a long time. It's kind of nice. I mean, I don't have to stream with you guys. Gotta deal with that. It's not a true day. But yeah, it's been nice. The Saturdays are busy because recording and all that. No relaxing there. And then Sundays, right? I play Elden Ring, but it's still like I'm streaming. It's not like, yeah, like relax, like lean back, video game or whatever, you know. Like it's like I'm still doing like for quite a bit, so it's been nice. Now it's all ruined. Now I gotta stream. But hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're all well. Today we're continuing on with our wall redesign or room redesign. Room rework? One of those things. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, I don't got much. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I've also been tweaking the interior testing, so that's been going well. I still need to implement it into the actual system, because I've been doing it kind of as a separate thing, but I can show that actually. You know, if this is the house, every interior floor, every floor is different. Every floor has doors, and obviously still the layout's not perfect every single time. We'll have to set up like a way of adding doors and whatnot, but yeah, it's working real well. At least a lot better than it was before. And No custom no custom loops. I mean no custom nodes. This is entirely done with BCG and loops and stuff like that. Yeah. Absolutely no custom nodes. So that's nice. So yeah. That's that, but this doesn't matter today. We're going to Shawnee B, welcome in. I was just showing off my hello Gonzari, hello Shawnee B, welcome in guys. How's it going here? I'm not gonna I'll give you the preview of this as well. This is for this Sunday's video. I'm doing tests for this is all PCG to procedurally generate interior rooms and a different design on every single floor. As a so obviously no floors in this version. This is just for testing. But how's your stream, Shani? How did it go? What are we up to? Yeah. You're working on effects. Nice. Yeah. The effect is your happy place. You're happy. Nice. Don't forget the stairs. Yeah, I'll be adding the stairs later on. Yeah, for now, this is the entire right now. This is the current state of things. So we have like interiors and the floors and like divisions and whatever else, right? But next up is the interiors. Because besides me, I don't think anyone else does interiors and exteriors at the same time. So yeah, this is all PCG. Right. So if I want to, I can change the size, the shape, and all that good stuff. Yeah, fucking awesome. Yeah, you're the one? What do you mean? The one what? Yeah, I don't do my effects are all don't save. My effects are all from oh, I reloaded the same project. You. My effects are all stuff I got from somewhere else, pretty much. I can modify effects, but I'm not good at creating them. Yeah, I'm the only one doing that. Yeah. No one else is doing really interiors and exteriors. Interiors are difficult to do, to be fair. Like, there are some different, a few tutorials on YouTube, like to do exteriors in different ways, right? Depending on what you're doing, there's different ways of doing it, but interiors just procedurally for the walls, yeah. And yeah, that setup, by the way, has every single room separated out by density. So in that setup, there's like, let's say 6 or 7 rooms, and they have different densities for the points. So you can just filter by density and assign rooms to be like living room, bedroom, depending on the density. So that's already all being set up with it. Yeah. I mean, a sticky bomb type consumable item that snares an enemy. That's awesome. My dual stream? Yeah, I stream on YouTube and on Twitch. Yeah, I dual stream. Twitch and YouTube. You want those consolidated chat displays? Get Serum Bot. And Or if you're talking about I need one on the stream, I mean, I don't really want to put one on stream. Yeah. The ones on stream, like, you have to, like, if this was like a very large channel where the chat goes by super quick, like, yeah, okay, like, if someone says something bad, it's like it'll disappear. But if I'm doing something and I don't notice it, it's gonna stay on the screen for a bit, and then when I notice it, I'll remove it, but that's not gonna remove it from the screen. So, like, there's too many problems that come up with that, and it's just not worth it. Another guy did unique stuff on YouTube about a 3D mini-map system. It's very insane. Oh, that's cool. Well, the links don't really work, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. All links are disabled. So that's not gonna work. But if you just tell me the name of the person, I can look it up later. Like or if anyone's interested, they can look it up later. I'm not gonna do that right now, obviously. Okay, so we were setting up. See if I can get a room. These walls. Yep, that cut out. So see the new setup entirely cuts out the walls when they're connected. Obviously, it's not set up everywhere, but that's all working well. I'm actually going to, for the time being, disable the spawning. I'm just gonna turn off enter and exit. Cool, I'll check it out later on. Thanks for the link. Yeah, my game has a mini-map already that I'm using. I just need to, I can modify it, and it's getting an update. So yeah, I have a mini-map system. You see? But yeah, the plan right now is to continue working. This is also a problem that happens, and I don't know why. Where none of them generate. Like, nothing generates there. Right, this should generate. Right, like, none of these have walls. So we gotta figure out what's causing that. Oh no, this one's fine. This one's fine, actually. Okay. The other thing I need to do is remove or hide these walls. So I need these walls hidden. Now, I was doing something like that, I think, already. I need to remember where the hell I was doing it. Zero wall based on rotation and camera. Here we go. So I get all overlapping actors. Of type act. I need to change the type here. So this is going to be of BP wall generator. And then check if it's 0 or 90. If it is, I don't need this. I can just set actor hidden game. True. Because what I want to happen is this one, even when there's nothing here, to disappear. But for that to happen, I need the rotations to be correct. So let's go into the rooms, the ones that I already have set up. Yes, go ahead and save. Basically, this. Where's positive X is this way. So this should be at 0. Okay. So what I can do is I can make it instead of 0, 90, it can be 90 and 180. If I do it this way. This is 90. $180. 270. And this is 0. Actually, I should just test it on the spawn room. If we look at the positive X, this one. So again, we'll make this one positive 90. I'm doing it based off of... Maybe I should just do it based on tag. That'd be a lot better. That would be a lot better. Oh, no, I can't do it based on tag because it rotates. That's why I didn't do it based on tag before. The whole room rotates, but for some reason the rotations stay the way they are. And I'm not sure why. Let's test some stuff. We'll call it hide wall. So it's gonna go through all of these and set this. Instead of this. So if it checks this, I want to do scale set actor scale 3D. These are not scaled. They're at 1 on 1 default. So what I can do is 1, 1, and then like 5 to really be able to tell. Does it not find anything at all? Oh, yeah. Scaled. And let's do a length here. This also has a room. Wait, does the spawner have a room manager? Yeah, it does. 0. Why does it not overlap them? It should overlap them. Yeah, it's overlap all. Oh, is it just like outside? Oh, it's outside the box range. Crap. I can scale it up a little bit. But it's right on the edge. So I really would need it to be like... That's why. Okay. So we need a way of adding those to an array. Or knowing which ones are there. I can try to scale it a little bit. If I did this. So slightly overlapping the geo. It's 0 no matter what. Why? Why is it 0 no matter what? Yeah, that's the right blueprint. What is this set to? World static. Why? Why? Oh, what? I'm sorry, hold on. What? This is set to overlap all. Okay. 0. I do custom and you select overlap all. And now it says it. Is overlap all not actually overlap all? Have I been lied to? Epic? Unreal? It doesn't do the custom ones. That's what it is. Because the preset should be called overlap all non-custom. This is room manager. Okay. Put this back. Custom. Room manager overlap. Two. Okay, so now we need to actually scale it. Which honestly I can probably just do with just a little bit bigger here. Probably fine, but I probably could do 34.5. Okay. Right, so this is working, and scaling the two. But here's going to be the question. When I do this in here, or not here, in our game, because this can rotate. So this is not, why is this invisible? So it's actually generating the walls, but they're invisible. Oh, you know what? Let me check. Oh. Why is it collapsed? So I'm setting the material on this. Am I not set the material? I wonder if we stop having the problem, because it could be a material thing. Okay, so see how those walls are it? So yeah, it's because it's rotated. So I cannot do it based on the angle. So angle does not work. Sorry, I cannot do it based off of tags. But yeah, if I do the thing where it's positive X this way. 90. This one I already set, right? Okay, this is all correct now. And so now if I, in the room manager, go back to my previous setup, this anymore, which was based off the angle. And this is 90 or 180. Then this one's bigger. This one's not. Why is only this one that's bigger? $90. You're an 80. I don't think the angle order matters. Yeah, the order doesn't matter. Okay. Why is this one on? Okay, we need a way of consistently doing this. A way of consistently doing this. So we cannot do angle. This is correct, right? This is correct. That's not consistent. Because this is now not right, not correct.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Okay. Let's think of something. Ads time. Thinking time. Lights on time. Hmm. Hum hum hum. So the problem is they can rotate any direction because the whole level rotates. I do have the center. I did make the center spawn. I did have the thing inside of it. Oh, you know what? I can check the rotation of itself. I could probably use the rotation of itself and do like a switch based on the rotation. It'll have like 4 unique configurations, but it could work. Because itself should be rotating just like everything else inside of it. Should. Keyword there is should. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to try seeing what the print string gives us for its own rotation. And it should be different. Okay. Print string. Get actor rotation. Splits. I just need the yaw. Thank you. So this should be different. Negative 180, 0. Oh, yeah, yep. That looked correct. Let's just make this hot pink, and they'll be for like 10 seconds. Okay, so we have what? Negative 90, negative 180. It's all negatives. I wonder why it is rotating negative. Okay. So what we can try doing is now giving these now a tag. So hide wall forward, right, back, left. Okay. By default, so here, let's try this. We know it now rotates. We don't need this anymore. We do need this. Oh, come on. I just deleted some notes. Yeah, there you go. Don't you freeze on me. I'm going to divide this by 90. Which will give me basically 0, -1, -2, or 1, 2. Right? I need to convert this to int. Let's do a little round. And then switch on int. Start index -3. No default pin. Oh, sorry, -2. Right? Because that'll be 0 degrees. -1 is -90. -180. Let's do -3. You know what? Let's do -270 in case there's a -270. Because maybe they'll change it where it rotates the other way down the line. I just want to be prepared. Okay. So I need to okay, let's do this. Because this should be at 0 by default. If I did a little print string here, this should print 0 while I'm in here. Yes. Yes. Excellent. So when this is 0, okay, how do we do the branches or the checks easier? Because I don't want to do like a double branch or check for everything. But I mean, I guess for now, we can just to make sure it works. And then we can clean it up later. Or Boolean. It should have been this one. I'd well R. Did I not? Well, it's right there. Oh, does it not encompass it? It's right there. It does overlap it. Oh, it helps if I plug in the darn thing. Yep. Yeah, that would help. Excellent. Okay. Just grabbing the right ones. So if I was to rotate this whole thing 90 degrees clockwise, then it should be forward and left, I'm pretty sure. Guess I could just test this. I mean, no, because it should be get confused. It should be left and forward. Oh yeah, so I was right. Forward left. I'm going to need more room for this testing. Let's just move this up. Then at 180, hey, Naza, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I mean, a little bit the opposite, right? Instead of these two, which is the right and the forward, it'll be the left and the back. So left and back. And then the last one, which is basically negative 90. So this 3 and this 1 is the same. And then this 3 and this 1 is the same. Right? Because negative 270 and positive 90 ends up in the same place. 360-degree difference doesn't matter there. So, okay. Then let's do negative rotations, right? So if negative rotations means forward left, which is this one. And negative 180 negative is also going to be the same as the other positive 2. So wait, no, this something ain't right. Negative 90. Is back, right. Okay, yeah, there we go. That makes more sense. Back, right. And that is negative 1 and 3. And negative 2 is the same thing as 2. Okay. Very dirty. Doesn't matter. We need to work. As a test, these two should always be the ones that are bigger. So, yes. Okay, let's test it. Already doesn't work. Why? Why already doesn't work? How do we have 3? Wait. Wait, why is this... These two are correct. Why is this one... also... How did he get 3? It should only trigger once. Just as a precautionary tale. Oh, well, it's going to trigger once for every single one of them. This is correct, but that one's been removed, so it's not a good test. Correct, removed. Not correct. Okay. There's the one I need. I want the room manager. I need to know what the room manager is rotated at. So how is it getting this one? And why does this also say 5? But it's clearly bigger than these. Right? Oh, wait. Why is it scaling it? So this is actually the correct one, visually. This is odd. I don't know why it's like the graph hasn't, fully... done its thing. I have the offset right there. Oh, it's because it's I'm moving it up based on the density. I don't want to move it based on the density. I just want to move it up. Oh, yes, I do. No, that's correct. Because it's scaled based on the density. So I also want to move it up based on the density. For some reason. If I did 1 here... yeah, that becomes wrong. It needs to be 2. Hey Benji, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. We tested this. Right? We tested this. Even if I was to scale this. Oh, it breaks with scale. That, okay. That's fine. I don't care if it breaks with scale. That's whatever. We can ignore that because it's not going to be scaling in the end. The question is... how is it that we're getting other things? Like that one. This shouldn't be a thing. going well. Going well. Trying to figure out some stuff out. Some stuff that's being odd. All the no's are terrifying you, but you're intrigued. That's okay. With more experience, they'll terrify you less and less. Here's what I can do. I can change this. Well, I mean, I could move this before, but that doesn't really matter. This should not be able to change, so... just in case. Rotation at spawn. All of these just do 2 checks. Just 2 check for everything. So should it be possible to get more? What I'm gonna do is set actor location. And we're gonna do is just get actor location. Add 200. If scale's doing something weird, then at least I should be able to. Of course, those 2 walls, the ones that we're testing, are disappearing. That disappeared. That's correct. This is correct. This is correct, but that one disappeared. So maybe it was the scale that was just messing things up. Yeah, these are the 2 walls. That looks correct. I think we got it. I think we got it. Yeah, that's always seems to be correct now. Yeah, these are... Why is that one up more? I don't know why it's somehow triggering it multiple times. It's not going to matter because I'm just setting it to be hidden in game, so it's not going to be a problem. Ooh, that's wrong. That's wrong. One of the rotations is probably wrong. Okay, this is like the T is kind of facing left. So let's see which rotation that would be. So it was this way. Which means it would have needed to rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. And that should be right and back. Right and back. Or it did... that should be right and back. The first time you're actually wanting to learn more about node-based systems like BCG, other node-based programs, you always run away because it's always just hurts your brain looking at all the wires. See, I'm the opposite. I cannot do the programming just syntax. Like here, obviously I'm testing stuff right now, but like from a distance, I'm like, okay, here's my spawn mobs, here's my item spawning. here's my like overlapping, here's my exit and enter room stuff. Like at a glance, just zoomed out, I can tell you where everything is and what I'm doing here in general because I've commented it. I don't know what the hell anything is in a giant thing in programming. It doesn't have like a nice, like I zoom out and like, okay, there's my this function, there's my that function. If this was a cartoon, my eyes would be like spinning like in confusion. So I'm a visual person, so I need this stuff. Why? Both of these are correct. But what I need to do is I need a new, hold on, graph. Single room testing. Create main path. Grid size can be real small. Create main path. Path size 1. Excellent. Save. Then I need a L single room testing. Sure. And here we need excellent. So now we can test one single room just constantly. Okay. Okay. This is the same orientation as it was before, and this is correct. Each one of these is correct. So if I did, instead of this, we set it to be this. That means, yep. So this is now hidden. So the walls are here, but they're just hidden. And now, no matter what, we should have hidden walls there. Excellent. So it is working. No matter the setup, it is working. Okay. Okay, so top right, top right. Okay, can you give me a different spawn? There we go. Bottom left, still correct. Top left, still correct. Any bottom right? Bottom right, still correct. Excellent. Okay. So now, let's make this better. What I want to do is collapse all this to a function. Oh, you can't have... you can't put this in a function. I need that branch separately. I can put this into a function. They're all different. It'll be a little bit cleaner. Here's what I can do. Check sites. It's gonna be pure. And then I'm going to do a this is a string, right?
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Yeah, append. Why did this not come up? Oh, this is not a string. This is a name. Okay. No, ads. If my channel helped you understand more, I'm glad. Yeah, if it helped you in any way, I'm glad. Yeah, I learned from watching YouTube and trial and error, basically. Those are my primary two ways. Lots of trial and error, and, you know, for a lot of stuff, YouTube. So I was like, I want to, like, give back to the community a bit so we can all kind of learn and grow together. So I started the channel to kind of give back to the same people that, you know, have been helping me out. So it makes me glad when I hear that it has helped people in any way. Hey, SP45 Master, welcome in. You finally finished your stack-based UMG UI system. Nice. Based on Lyra and pushes and pops switches via soft class reference to a stack, so we can always know what's on top and as focus for gamepad. Nice. Congrats. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, having a modular UI is great. It is awesome. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is do string to actually I don't need to do this way. I can just do oh, it's name, not text. There's no way to just edit names. Yeah, there's no way to. Okay. We'll do a string, and then we can do is side A or side A. Side A. Swap these. And I can just make these defaults. Front, right. So now, don't need you or you. I'll leave that open for now. Now we can go here and just swap this stuff out. Like this is front left. This is back left. And this is back right. Just change input pin to just CA actor. Okay, that's a lot cleaner. It's not clean, but it's cleaner. Okay. The other thing I can do is this. Yeah, something like that. Try cleaning up a little bit more. Okay. There we go. That's a lot more legible. I like that a lot more. Okay. So now, I'm gonna return this here. I don't think I need it. I'm gonna test this a few more times just to make sure. What? What'd I do? What'd I do? Oh, I know what I did. I forgot the underscore here. There we go. There's 5 layers: HUD, menu, modal, dialogue, and debug. Choreographer, you release. Oh, you released it on the marketplace. Nice. Rats. I still haven't released anything on the marketplace. I feel like I should make some stuff. Let's. I only have excuses. Working on docs and YouTube videos now as well. Nice. Very cool. So now I can take this and plug it in, and this should work without any issues. Excellent. Okay. Which means I can delete this one. I don't need it. I thought so. Okay. So now hide walls by rotation of room. Yeah. Very cool. Okay, so now I should be able to go to the hub. This should always work as well here. Yeah, there's a wall here. There's a wall here. There's a wall here. That is correct. Where's the wall there? How is it that that wall disappears? Why is this wall gone? Invisible. Actually, wait. Yeah, this is hidden in game. Maybe there's a mob somewhere else. You got that issue today? Somewhere else? What do you mean? Yeah, they're welcoming. Yeah, the mobs are disabled. We're testing something entirely different. I think what's happening, and let me see if I can recreate the problem and see what room it's in. I bet the reason for that is the room that it's happening has their collision box too big. Oh, I actually had a room that had that problem. There. No, that's all fine. I bet you the bounding box of the room is just a little too big, and that's why it's happening. Oh, I should check what rooms those are, because if this is correct. That's correct. Okay. Okay, this is... That's correct. I need an incorrect one. Incorrect one. Same room. Okay. That's the same room that had the problem before. Let me just check. I don't remember which room it is. It's not Gear. Sure. No. Gear room vertical? Yeah, it's this one. Ah. Okay. I see the problem. I understand the problem. Shit. Okay. This is not gonna work. God damn it. You remember where there's no mob? Yeah, there's no mob there because that's a spawn room. Yeah, she's gonna see, but you don't want the grasses, rocks, logs to intersect it. It is best to add X number of different nodes with tree graph. You don't want intersecting. I mean, you can use different nodes, or you can use self pruning if they're intersecting. I'm on the past. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. The poop seemed very on time. So the problem is now the new problem. Besides that white screen. So we have right rooms, beautiful square. And then we can have a two rooms right next to each other, right? The way the walls are spawned, they're spawned right here in the middle between the two rooms, right? Well, the thing is, the way I'm currently having it done is by doing an overlap here. It basically, the room manager does an overlap, right? And then it says, okay, you're looking at it from this direction. Remove this wall and this wall. But the problem is, it's also in this room. And so it's also saying remove this wall and this wall. Right? But I don't want... Oh, actually, no, this is not a problem. This is only a problem right now because I haven't set that room up. once I set that room up, this wall should disappear. It'll just disappear. No, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. It's a problem only right now because I haven't finished setting up every single room with the system. Okay. Because we're just doing tests. It makes sense. I get it now. But that means it's all working. So now we can go in and do every single other room. And again, basically when there's supposed to be a wall, but it's not there, we're gonna do this. What I might do is I wonder if there's a way of having like a small wall. Not gonna worry about it right now. Yeah, so that's why sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because not all rooms have their bounds just that large to overlap properly. That's something I'll need to do. Okay. So, let's set up all the stuff. Oh boy. Copy all these and let's do the small rooms first. And then I need to remember to clean up and then regenerate. I just delete. I'm gonna do the vertical ones yet. I'll leave those. I just screw. I'll just do the vertical ones at the same time. So, have you figured out if you're in the Pasca Guts? You haven't said anything. So... Sorry. I have a feeling you would have found out by now. I don't know, you didn't catch me reading my message? You could just click the live button. And the fact that you replied to me just now means you're in the present. Yeah, if you're ever on YouTube and you don't know if you're at the most recent, here, I'll show you guys. So if you're here and you're like, I don't know, maybe you're like, you scrubbed the past. You see where it says live here? You see how this gray circle? If you click on it, it turns to a red circle and that means it's live. It's truly live. If you're ever even like a little bit behind, it will not be red. So you just press that and you're good. Ooh, what do I do about the walls for the second floor? Are you serious? Just pranking me. What? About hitting the live button? I'm telling that to just everyone, not to you specifically. Maybe someone doesn't know in chat. Or a stream. Or maybe they're on Twitch and they're thinking of watching over. And they don't know about this stuff. Not everything is about you, Gaguts. Gosh. Gus just wants everything to be about him. Okay, your internet is bugging right now. Only thing that will load is Google and YouTube. No Netflix or Amazon. How's Google and YouTube working fine, but everything else is having problems? What the hell is your ISP doing? What, you mean I'm the main character? You don't exist until I click your stream, you goddamn NPC. Do I do the TikTok thing from like a while back? Ice cream so good? That thing? If I'm an NPC streamer? Where they send like those emotes at you and they just read that emote? Okay, here's what I need to do with this system. I need to control the height of the walls. Well, right now they're too short anyway. So, okay. Let's control the height of the walls. So first of all, floors. Or just do height. I don't need that anymore. So here I'm doing this. I don't need that anymore. Let's do attribute set height. Before I break things, you one. I think like 0.2 minimum. So don't break things by accident. One there. This goes here. So now, ta-da! Now this is not going to work in the end. This is going to be a different system in the end, because I'm going to have a mesh. So the scale values will need to change, but otherwise it's going to work. The only thing I want to change here is oh, it's not here. I want to change it here. 0.9. 8.9. Yes, ice cream's so good. I think the walls are pretty average sized walls. Some would say they're too big of a wall. Well played, Benji. Well played. So now if I select all of these, right, that should be not Make it a little bit taller. 30. Ooh, 30's too high. 27? Because keep in mind, if they intersect with another wall, they should disappear. Oh. No, we're gonna run into the same problem. Shit. We're gonna run into the same problem that I was just saying is not a problem. Ah, crap. I'll explain why in just a second. But, yeah, this is gonna be a problem. So... in this scenario, this wall would need to be removed anyway, so it's fine. Here's another scenario. I have a room that is 2 floors. Hello, Mickelson. Enjoy your lurk. Welcome and goodbye. Let's say this is a 2-floor level, right? So the walls go, as you saw, all the way up, right? Let's say they go up here. That's where the wall is. Cool. If there's a room right here, this entire wall disappears. The entire thing goes bye-bye. If there's a room right here, the entire wall goes bye-bye. So I guess I need to have a separate wall for every floor, and I need it to be exactly the full size of the wall. So that way, right, if I have my walls be like this, then it doesn't matter which one it is. You remove this one, but leave the other one, and vice versa. The problem with that, it's not really a problem, is in scenarios where like this, there's just going to be... I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I have a full wall, I guess. It's not really a problem. Okay. In that case... I don't need attribute noise. I also need to change the scale. Well, I guess for now I can leave the scale as it is. But basically, it'll always need to be just default 1 floor scale. Which is what, 20? Default floor scale is 15. Okay. Right, and then we take this and we copy it up. Oh, and for this, why is it different? Oh, because I'm offset a little bit. Okay, so default should be 14. I see. Because I don't need it to go into the floor. Yeah, we don't want to go into that floor. 14 as the size. Oh. But then we have a hole. So I guess the bottom one does need to be 15. And the top one needs to be 14. Okay. Fine. That's just gonna be how it is. Should be fine. We'll see how this breaks or doesn't work in a bit. But I think that should work. Tomorrow free assets? Is it on Tuesdays always? I thought it was Thursdays. I thought it was the first Thursday. Or is it the first Tuesday? Did I misremember? Is it Tuesdays? Could be Tuesdays. Oh, it is first Tuesday of the month. Yeah. Yeah, I misremembered. So we hope we get more environments. You want to practice more lighting? Oh yeah, for practicing lighting, that's a good way of doing it actually. That is actually a great suggestion for anyone that wants to light environments. You just download those packs. They already have pre-made environments a lot of times, and you light them. That's fantastic. I'm gonna suggest that to people. If anyone ever asks about wanting environments to light, that's really smart. I didn't think about that. I'm not a lighter, to be fair, like primarily, so I haven't needed it, but yeah, that's clever. Cool. Only thing I'm gonna do is on here, I'm gonna just overwrite the material. There you go. Excellent. You took a CG mastery course like October, and the instructor told us to grab the environments to practice on. I've been doing that. It's pretty funny. I love lighting. Yeah, that's really clever. Go to your good job to your instructor. Rural Australia has some great lighting. You can test a lot of stuff with that free pack. Oh, the pack, the Unreal pack called Rural Australia. I thought you meant actual rural Australia has some great lighting. The actual part of the world. I'm like, I mean, I've never been to Australia, but maybe they have cool apps. Now that makes more sense. Okay. Why is this too big? Oh, okay, yeah. Things make sense now. Things make sense now. That is correct for one floor. That's what we're gonna go with. There we go. We're not gonna touch the large ones yet. Imagine going to Aussie to practice lighting to get jumped by some kangaroos. Kangaroos are the least of your worries from you know, when going to Australia. I mean, really? That's the least of your worries. Like, like there's drop bears in Australia. That's it. You know, imagine a giant bear just dropping on your head. Like, dear God. And the huntsman spiders? If you've never seen a huntsman spider, probably for your own safety, don't Google it. Try to find some inspiration for our desert environments. So the only recommendation yes, drop bears. Have you not heard of drop bears in Australia? Yeah, there's all kinds of weird shit in Australia. No, never. But yeah, don't look up Hansa spiders if you value or. Oh no, did I do all the walls? Seems correct. Seems correct. Correct. Oh, what I want to say is, if you're doing lighting on the Unreal environments, don't do one lighting scenario. Do multiple lighting scenarios on the same environment that are completely different. That shows like that's something you probably want to show off if you're doing lighting stuff. So like take one environment and light it like day, and then had another environment and light it for night, and maybe like at night like you have extra lights in places, and you know, depending on like what environment you're doing, maybe there's street lights now and you have to do a completely different thing, right? Same environment, multiple light scenarios. Because a lot of times you will have to do the same environment in multiple lighting scenarios. Oh, I also need to remove... Oh, that's already removed. Wait, I already removed this. I don't think I removed it from... I did here, not on the vertical one, though. Right? Yeah, vertical ones needs to have this removed. So now we're good. Let's do you, and you. 15. Gee. That seems like it's working without problems. Okay. The next plan to do. I do morning, sunset, afternoon, and night for the next foreseeable project to do. Nice, yeah. What do you mean they keep updating their animals every year? It's the same animals. They're extremely buff. They're kangaroos that are so buff they can probably beat any person in just a weightlifting competition. Where are they? Let me find you a picture. Find you a bigger picture. Size large. There you go. Yeah, you don't need to make stuff up for Australia. I mean, really. Australia has, like... Australia has red kangaroos. Which, if you've never heard, there's kangaroos and there's red kangaroos. Red kangaroos are these bastards who are more aggressive and are buff as hell, basically. That ain't photoshopped. That is not photoshopped. That is actually a red kangaroo. So I don't really want to go to Australia. Your friend in Discord right now lives in Australia. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, you might want to be like really nice to them because you don't know how much longer they have to live. Stepping outside is just like going onto a war zone. Obviously not a real war zone, but an animal-filled war zone. You guys are jealous a kangaroo has better genetics than me. Koala has STI. I don't know what STI is. What is STI? Some testicular inflammation? STI? That? Koalas have chlamydia? Just in general? I mean, is it koalas? I think it's koalas that are so stupid that without human intervention, they will just die. Is it koalas? Like, they will just either not eat or eat too much. I don't remember which one. Until they die? Yeah, them? Okay, yeah. I was watching, I think it was actually a Sea-Dog VA stream where he went to a zoo, and that's where I learned that like random fact about koalas, where they're so stupid that basically they just end up dying. Heard of Google sites before? What? Have I heard of Google? Yes, I heard of Google. I don't quite follow. Google sites, like open your own webpage for free? Oh, like a hosting by Google? It's a hosting service by Google called Sites? That is a terrible name. That is a terrible name. Because if they're like me, then they're gonna think the same thing like me, which is like, hey, you know, why Google? Why? I hear people wonder, why does Google kill off lots of things? Because they name it terribly, and then you wonder, like, why don't people use it or know about it? I'll tell you why. Because who Google's like? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a little test. I mean, SEO better be good for their own stuff. But okay. Okay, so it does come up in search, but unless you don't know about it, you probably won't find it. But just real quick, just a random thing. I decided to try searching on Bing, because if it's Google's own thing, I didn't want to search on Google's own thing, right? Because that's gonna be biased. I just want to show the difference here. And I Googled Bing. This is Google search, where unclicked things are blue and clicked things are purple. You know, standard, I think across the internet, this is how things are for links, right? This is not like, ooh, fancy blue and purple, right? When you click something, it turns purple. Very normal. Bing, everything is purple before you click on it. Well, this is blue. Why is this purple? Who thought this was a good idea? This is normal. Across the internet, this is not. I just want to throw that out there. This is a random little thing. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to do that. Google site sounds like a back alley location to an open website. I mean, it's not a good name. Because, like, when you say that, it makes me feel like the person is not very smart. It's like your grandparents, like, that are just learning about, you know, the internet. Have you visited that Google site? Like, that's what I'm imagining. I'm imagining so. Yesterday, I went to that Google site. Right? Like, that's what I imagine. I don't imagine, like, yeah, that's like a place for, like, actual things happen. I don't know. Am I gonna try so hard to be different? Sometimes there's a reason things are the same. It's okay to be the same. And just, you know, you just do the same thing and you slightly make it different. Changing the color of the font, it's not something people care about. So, I don't know. Whatever. Not important. Not important. But either way, what does it actually do? The ridiculous name aside, and the SEO and other problems aside, what is the point of Google sites? Like, is it actually like host your own thing, or do you get like a URL like sites.google.com/your name or whatever, you know, you want to put in there? Right, because that is a larger. Yeah. Because we haven't set that up yet. That looks good. That looks good. Look at that. So now we have just open areas here. Yes. Just have open area. Look at all this. You just go wherever we want. Oh. Is there like a multi-floor one? It's a large one. There's not a small one that's multi-floor? Oh. Why did I see that one? Why do I see this one? That's not right. I should not see this one. There a little gap there, but I'm ignoring that right now. It's free, easy, and domain every time. And the domain everyone will click, so it seems good to me for your docs. I mean, for your docs, just docs.google.com. Use Google Docs, and that's it. Ever seen this guy working on 2.5D of older Pokemon games? Oh yeah, I saw a little video of that. Yeah. Using Godot or something? Yeah, I saw a little snippet of that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this is correct. This is just an invisible wall. I need to find that. Oh, you know what it could be? One thing I haven't checked on these is the bounds of the room. I need to double yeah. Yep, that's why. I need to make sure that the bounds actually intersect with this stuff. Otherwise, intersects here. I don't know if that's enough of an intersection, but you just go down for a few weeks, just like Unity, where you have to build all your controllers, etc., from scratch. Not your thing. You like having systems like Unreal that are known, and you plug in your logic. Yeah. It definitely helps. It's Unreal is much more like beginner friendly in that regard. These seem good. There's only one room that had that issue where it wasn't quite overlapping. Hopefully that was what was causing the problem. Poor guy's gonna have a Nintendo busting through his office in a few weeks. Yeah. God, Nintendo sucks. It's like, I get it. They're trying to protect their IP, but this is not the way to protect an IP. As long as they're not making money off of it, I don't see the problem. Yeah, if they're making money off your IP, yes, you have to do something legally. But if they're not making money off your IP, how would you lose your IP? Yeah, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of Nintendo. I'm not a fan of Sony. After the stuff they've done somewhat recently. Microsoft has issues, but I don't really have their console. I just really just use their operating system because I have to. But their Windows stuff is, yeah, not great. Yeah, just not good everywhere. The Power mod earlier this year, it looked so cool. You wanted to try it out? Oh, the Pokemon one? Yeah, that had to be shut down quickly. Yeah, that had to be shut down. Okay, this is correct. Okay. I need to also I see the problem. The problem is this Yes. Okay. I need to be able to see through these walls. So...
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
So we'll wait for ads, and then we'll figure out a way of doing it. Oh, wait. Why am I seeing this? Aren't they above me? No, they're not. No, they're not. This is the same elevation as me. Oh, no, this won't... yeah, this will still be an issue. This wall won't exist. These two walls won't exist. This will still exist, so this will still block me. So we need a way of hiding these walls. How about Helldivers issue that happened earlier this year? They also banned them? Yeah. I mean, it's not just Helldivers. It started with Helldivers. It's also God of War and other games at this point. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. Just super scummy, like, behavior. Like, I like Sony games. It's the real shit. Like, set up. Because of Tsushima, yeah, like, pretty much all single player games. What the hell? So stupid. Use a sound clip for the Matrix, your latest Souls-like game, Souls-like game jam game. But considering you released it for free and only 40 people downloaded it in the past month, you hope it's not a problem. As long as you're not trying to monetize it, it should be no problem. So if you were to like want to put it like on Steam, or like anywhere where even for free on Steam, it needs to be like all your stuff, or like you have rights to it. Because even if you release it for free, it's still you still need access to it. Because you could, the game could be free, right? But you'd be making other money off of like the other stuff, like the banana game and stuff like that. So yeah. When the tweaking the sound be protected by US law that protects like reactors or whatever? Are you talking about yeah, that's a defense in court. That's not a law. You can use that as a defense in court. It's blanking on my mind too, because it's late. What's it called? You're a Sony fanboy, but you hate how they did business for the games they released on PC. Yeah, I love like Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West. Like, I got a PS5 or I bought a PS4 Pro to play Horizon Zero Dawn. It was a $500 game, basically, because I had to buy the console and the game, and I regretted none of it to this day. Worth it. Nope, not at all. The thing that where you can take something and modify it and react to it because you've now modified it and all that. I forget something. I forget what it's called. But yeah, it's not law. The reason why Sony has been doing what they've done is because they're trying to bring PC audience to their console. How that wouldn't bring people to their console. If that's their reasoning, that would never work. Why would I, even if I needed to make a PS5 account, just randomly have to buy a console? I wouldn't. I would still just play the game that I wanted on PC with a PS5 account. It would not bring with a PlayStation account. There's no connection there. Still playing their game on PC, so I don't see how that. It gives them a higher number in their PSN numbers. Like, they see more people are online PSN. Other than that, nothing. Just downsides. Giant Game of the Matrix, you're using it as a pack for the market? Yeah, nice, yeah. It's just like that. I mean, if it's like super tiny, no one's even gonna notice it, so. I feel like they're desperate, honestly. They don't need to be desperate. Like, they release good games. So it's really shocking that they're doing what they're doing. Okay, I need to make it so we see through walls. Now, I think I'm doing that on the game mode right now already. Am I not doing it on the game mode? Oh, I might be doing it on my character? Why am I doing this? No, wait. I thought I was doing it on the game mode. Oh, hide walls in the way. Here it is. Oh, I was just triggering it on... Got it. Got it. I am... okay. Don't need this. No, I don't want to check this. Let me just check that it's actually finding them. With this? Oh, I need to do... There it is. Yeah, 0.25 seconds. Okay. So on the event tick. Get game mode reference. As long as it's valid. I want to do set timer by event 0.25 looping. I walls in the way. No. Hide walls in the way new. Did I not turn on? I did. What? Might not work. It's an event tick. It's not like it's like start. Yeah, so it's getting the start. Oh, I'm stupid. I just put a freaking tick on a timer. I'm an idiot. Okay, guys, it's okay. You know, I'm stupid. I'll admit it. It's been the worst console generation so far. Yeah, there's not many games that I've cared about. Like I've been PlayStation since PS2. And PS4 I only got it because of Horizon, and then I had like 4 or 5 games. Same thing with PS5. I have like 2 or 3 games on it right now. One of them I haven't finished. I think I have 3 games. And I'm mostly a PC gamer, so that's why. But there's some games like, okay, it's PC only, so I get it. You're teasing a PlayStation Pro 5, yeah. I can get it, but yeah, if nothing trying to profit from, you'll be fine. Took you a year to realize you can click the cogwheel at the top right of the hierarchy to show inherited variables from parents. Oh, you're talking about this thing? Yeah, if you want to see like all the stuff. Yep. Which is like, so you just know you still have access to it, like, right? The parent has the game mode reference, but it still pops up. It's just if you don't know where it is, or you needed to grab it from here because it's easier, you can do that. People like to shit on indie games. Not these days. Not from my experience. People love indie games. I think people shit on AAA games these days. Rightfully so, to be fair. Just because it's like not all indie games are pixel games, so I think the indies are what makes the game industry, not the AAA. There we go. Okay, good. So, what I need to do is remove all this. I no. I need this. I want this. I want this. There's no check here that I need to do. deal with that after. Hundreds of the turns have tabled? Absolutely. Yeah, I think most people like to work on their own stuff. I like to work on my own stuff. Absolutely. I think that's pretty normal. That's why a lot of people want to start their own studios. But that's not an easy thing to do, though. That's the thing. Well, seeing me, you not only get lots of deals on games, free online multiplayer, unlike consoles, you need to pay a subscription to play online. Yeah, that part has never made sense to me. At all. So, because if either you're hosting it on your PlayStation or it's hosted by whoever's the game's done, whoever made the game is hosting the servers. Sony's not hosting anything. Why are they charging for it? I don't know. I've never needed to buy it, so okay, is there a way? Probably not, because I'm searching for it. I need to set visibility. I don't want to set hidden in game. So right now, what I'm trying to do is the following. So this is the room. These walls are always up. Right, assuming I'm looking this way. And then these walls should be invisible. All right, but if I am here, then I want these walls to also turn invisible. But if I just set it to be hidden in game, then they become like these, and then when they turn back on, so will these, for example. So I need like a distinction between these walls and these walls. Oh, what I could do is when I hide them, I can give them a tag and check against the tag. That's what I can do. Now, AAA games will never die because studios just... There will always be AAA studios. Right? Just like there'll always be indie studios. They'll never die. They might change, but they will never die. Like, as an overall thing. You don't see them bring out quality games again? It can happen. Some AAA studios do make good games. It's just, you know, it's not your EA or Ubisoft or, you know, those studios. It's other ones. You're afraid to hire anyone else because you know players will call the game an asset flip if it's not a solo project? No, that's not what an asset flip is. I had this clarified to me a while back. An asset flip is not where you use pre-made assets. If you just use like a pre-made box, you know, pre-made shapes and pre-made like things, and you use those to create your entire level or your entire game, that is not an asset flip. No one will call your game an asset flip if you use assets from the marketplace. What is an asset flip is when you take those assets, you take the plugins, you take the mechanics, and they're all like stuff you just grab, and you throw them into your game, and that's it. There's been no work done to make it all integrated. There's been nothing done to make it a cohesive thing. It's just you took stuff and you threw them in and you sold it. Super fast, super easy. That's an asset flip. If you're taking stuff from the Unreal Marketplace and being like, okay, I want to use this environment, and then you use that environment, and then you add stuff, you change your lighting, right? And then, right, do the whole thing. You customize it for your needs. That's not an asset flip. That's just called using assets, and everybody uses assets. So don't worry about that. They've gone way too expensive. Yeah. Yep. They really have. Oh, wait. How do I add a tag? This? And then, camera wall. Oh, you don't. I don't need to set this. Actor has tag. I should get some trues. Trues. There we go. Perfect. So what I can do now is here. As tag. And I want them to not have tag. As long as they don't have this tag, then we continue on. Read too much Asmongold chat, getting your to your head. I watch Asmongold a lot. I don't read his chat. I'm a lurker. But I'm an avid Asmongold viewer. I haven't. He definitely doesn't talk about this. His chat mate, maybe. But yeah, I don't. He doesn't. I would not listen to just random Twitch chatters or YouTube chatters or anyone, just random chatters, just in general on any platform. You want to learn how to make your own assets? The other problem you run into with using assets from lots of places, by the way, is let's say you got assets from place A, B, and C, right? Yeah, you got assets from 3 places. Each one will have their own material, their own master material. So let's say you want like planks, like wooden planks. Well, maybe this place has a wooden plank material. This place might have a wooden plank material. This place might have a wooden plank material. Where are you going with? Now you have like multiple versions of everything. They all have their own different master materials. So if you want to like add a system, you now need to go through every single system and add that component to every single one of them. Right? It's a whole thing. So there's definitely benefits to doing your own thing and making your own system. Now, if you're just talking about the geo, that's a different story, obviously, right? But if you're talking like materials, there's a very high chance that you'll have overlaps. The other problem is, in general, is when you're dealing with actor snaps. He's gonna price out at the space. I use this a lot. It's not the first time. The other thing is, if you have like 3 different sets, right? Let's say you have like, you know, a cube. Not a cube. Let's just do like a door. Actually, what's something that's going to be the same in all of them? Actually, it doesn't matter. to a fence. Right? They all have a fence. Cool? Doesn't matter what the fence is. Let's say they all have a metal fence. Each one of them has a stainless steel metal fence. Well, here's the thing. They're all using, not only are they using different materials, they're also using different textures. So this is the big one. So even if like there's no reuse of textures between these, which means your texture memory is gonna go up. So by not having repeating and reusing your textures, this is the problem. Your texture memory is just going through the roof. The way I do it is through a layered setup. So it's more procedural. This is the way I like to work. So if you don't know, I wonder if I could do it, and I'll go to like one of the levels. Sure, I'll go here. So you can go to Tools, Audit, Statistics. And here you can get statistics. You can change primitive stats to texture stats. You can also change from current streaming level to all streaming levels in case you have that kind of system where you're using sub levels and stuff. But here you get all sorts of information. Okay, so for example, this texture Proto Tools Grid is a 512 texture. It is not virtual, it's 2D. Here's the format of it. Here's a group of it is. Here's the LOD bias. Here's how much memory it takes up. And here's how many uses it takes up. Now, here's the thing. If I go by... let's see if I have... actually, current dimension. Do I have any that are the same? Here we go. So these two textures, this empty actor one, and like these two textures, right? For both UI in this case, one is being used 27 times, the other one's using 3 times. There are 256 textures, and the texture fully loaded texture memory is the same, whether it's 3 or 27. As when you're looking at a texture that's repeated multiple times in the scene, you're not loading that texture 20,000 times. You're loading the texture once. And so the way I like to do it is by using a layered setup. So what I like to do is, let's say you have a simple table with some legs, right? Now, 2 workflows. One is you go into Substance Painter, right? And you're like, okay, let's make this wooden planks, and let's let's make this metal legs. Okay? You go in and you export, your texture, and you bring it in. This involves your base color map, your occlusion, roughness, combined metalness map, which is all gonna be packed nicely, and your normal map. So that's three textures for one object. Now you have 5 variations of tables that all want different unique stuff. Okay, so now you multiply that by 5. That's a lot of extra texture memory. The way I like to work is by using the layered material system in Unreal. And so what you do is you can assign ID masks for the legs and then a separate one for the tabletop. And you can do this with vertex paint, even with nanite. So you don't even need like texture masks. You can do vertex paint as your mask. And then what you can do is take a simple tileable wooden texture and place it here, and a simple tileable metal texture and place it here. And what this will do is If you want more or less detail, you tile it more or less for that object, right? And it only will affect this object, like this part of the object. It won't affect anything else. So you can tile it more or less to fit your needs. But then you're like, okay, well, that's gonna be like a single layer, like wood. That's just like, where's the detail? If you then want detail, like let's say you had also a coffee mug here, and you're like, okay, well, I need the coffee mug stain like on this table, but I don't want it on like the other tables nearby, right? Throw a decal on there. All your breakup and your like detail, the unique stuff, decal. Simple as that. A decal is cheaper than a static mesh, right? Because it's just the texture information. It's just the material texture information. It doesn't have the static mesh component. And just like everything else, it goes ahead and instances, and the texture memory is the same, right? You're using the same decal, it's going to be all part of the same texture memory. So you can just reuse one decal all over the place. That's how I like to work. I'm not saying this is the way to go, but when you're doing like a large scale building and you need to have detail there that reads up close and far away, a tiling texture base and then decal details on top will do the trick. And you don't need to have a one layer of detail here. If I want to, I can have one wood, and then I can even then go on top of it and create like a low res RGB mask that's like, you know, 256 instead of the, like, let's say I need this super close and this is a 4K picture normally, like I can make a 256 mask, and then let's say I'm supposed to have like rivets here or whatever. I can make a mask and tile it and maybe mask it by an RGB, maybe mask it by vertex paint to not include the center. Like, there's ways of doing this that will just make it substantially cheaper. But then the main thing is this material, you could then go and apply to anything else that is now wooden and metal. So you don't need to be like, oh yeah, let me get a custom thing for this table. No, you now have a wooden and metal texture that you can just apply to everything else. Because you've set it up through vertex paint. As long as the vertex paint you've imported are the same color, that's it. Throw in anything. Everything's going to work with it. Now, of course, with this setup, just out of the box, the main thing you'd want to do is make sure your textile density is correct. If your textile density isn't correct for UVs, then yeah, you'd have something smaller, bigger, you know, in scale. But yeah, you can. That's it. That's all you need. And then you can go a step further and have it, because there are tileable textures, you can set it up to scale based on the tile based on the size of the object. So if you scaled it up uniformly, you can just have it tile more automatically, and you just preserve all that detail. So it doesn't become low-res a mess just because you scaled it higher or lower. It's really nice. Again, that's the way I prefer to work. I'm not saying this is the way to work, but yeah, I want to show that, explain that. I don't remember how we came up to this, but there you go. Hope you enjoyed. Okay, let's go back. Try best to use tiling texture. I think creators of Sunset Overdrive released a video years ago how they created their environments using tileable textures. Are so good because you just layer them. The thing is, like, when you think like, oh no, but you can't get like the details and everything like using tileable textures. In Substance Painter, for example, the way you create your painting is by using tileable textures and masks. So instead of doing it in Substance, do it procedurally in Unreal, And then all of a sudden you have all that infinite control in Unreal. You're just recreating it in Unreal. Really good. Using a layered system for your landscape painting, and you have assets like that. The main way of you're dealing with memory is level instancing, since your game's arcade stealth. Yeah, that's a great way of doing it. Polygon Academy on YouTube goes in depth on creating trim sheets for environments as well. Yep. Trim sheets are a little bit different. Well, it depends what kind of trim sheets. There's multiple different ones. But yeah, if you use like one texture and you sample everything from one texture, that's a beautiful way of doing it. Your brain imploded after that long explanation. I'm sorry and you're welcome. I think. Okay, this is hide walls. This is show walls. And this is show walls. Yep. But that's how I work. It makes it very optimized for very large projects. Again, I work in virtual production as a heads up. But that's how I texture all my stuff. I've never run into issues with it. In fact, it makes it easier. Because imagine like the other benefits from like a layered setup like that is imagine you have like 3 artists all doing different rocks of a cave. Well, now every single one of those artists needs to match the texture density, like the texture resolution and all that, of course, because UVs needs to work, which is cool. We're doing that anyway, but they have to match the look of the rocks between every artist. And that, depending on what you're doing, might not be the easiest thing in the world. Depending on who's doing it, depending how experienced everything is. Getting every artist to make exactly the same style of the same of a different thing that's supposed to work all together, not guaranteed. But if you do it through layered setup and more procedurally in Unreal, it's automatic. It's great. You just pipe in the asset with the vertex paint and you're done. You just plug it in. Plug the same texture material in. All of them. They all have the same texture, the same style, the same everything. Microsoft Flight Sim would throw so many terrible textures on planes. 90% of the plane is running on terrible. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I'm using my last snooze of the ads. I work in virtual production, and one of the things that I always fight with is the VFX side of it. Right? Virtual production is basically that weird area between film and games. It is technically in film because I'm working on films, but I'm using a game engine. And so a lot of times in film, if you needed to make like a spaceship, and this is something I actually experienced. We had a spaceship like many years ago that I saw somebody working on that had over 250 UDIMs. If you don't know what a UDIM is, it's just a texture. It means their UVs are laid out instead of 0 to 1, it's also 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 4 to 5, until it gets to 250. And I'll tell you this, that ship looked like shit close up. You don't need 250 UDIMs in game design. You need a good tileable texture base. And then like decals on top of that, and you get far more detailed information than you could get with any of those UDIMs, even in a 0 to 1 space. Just don't need it. So yeah, they had such trouble even opening the file because it had so many UDIMs. The only Udemy you know is Udemy. Yeah, Udims. UDIM. Let's grab you a reference. This is a Udemy. So this thing, hey, Jimmy Zone, welcome in. How's it going? So this is a Udemy. So normally you have this in the 0 to 1. And so normally you have, here if I do snipping. So I can draw on it. So this is Udemy, right? So normally you have this. This is your UV space. This is your 0 to 1. But Udemy allow you to have however many. So this is like 0, 0. This is 0, 1. This is 1, 0. This is 1, 1, right? This is Udemy. I personally do not like Udemy because, and this is how film works, unfortunately. And I've been trying to fight this in the film virtual production industry for a while. You don't need this. If you're like, well, we need the resolution, make this entire thing, okay? Make this entire thing your 0 to 1, okay? Tileable texture base, and then you're like, okay, well, I have materials. Let's say vertex paint is not good enough. Well, then what you can do is you can just say, okay, I'm gonna split this up. Let's say, actually, let's split up just like they have it. Split it up into quadrants. Put all your metal here. Maybe a different metal here. Maybe your wood here. Maybe like, right? Just put your objects where you want them in the UV space. And then you can have a low, let's say 256 X texture. There's just an RGB mask or an ID mask, basically, to just split it up. It's so much easier. And this is, by the way, this is only 9. Again, I've seen insanity. Like real insanity. This is Side Effects, the makers of Houdini. There's a reason they stop here at 10. This is the standard system. It goes from 1001 to 1010, and then it goes up by tens. Why does it start at 1000? You might be asking. Because that's how film works. All frame ones in film start at 1001. Because what if they want to add pre-roll later? Do you go before 0 then? Well, no, you start at 1001. So that's why this is also at 1000. It's not because it needs to be at 1000. This is a film thing. So yeah, this is like a 50 Udemy one. And again, if you want it to be 200, it'll be just further up. Just continue going up. So yeah, I don't like Udemy. If you use Unreal's virtual textures, it technically supports Udemy. It's not great. Just don't do it. Because again, when you import a texture into Unreal, that's a Udemy, and let's say you have it imports multiple textures, because you need a texture now for, the first one, and now for the second one. So you've now doubled. Let's say you're using only 2D Udems. You've now double your textures, and each one again is texture memory, because you're probably not repeating it. That's my little that's my little story time about UDIMs and texturing, and yeah. Help you enjoy. Had that for MS Flight Sim 2, you had to work in Max. I used Max for a little bit. I remember back in the day. It's great modeling tools, an absolute worst UV system. Yeah, I remember. In 2012, I worked in using 3ds Max. Time to change careers and work in Krusty Krab as a fry cook? No. Are you in film, Jose? I mean, Benj is not in film. I'm pretty sure. Actually, wait, yeah, you're Microsoft Flight Sim. That's not... Wait, why does Microsoft Flight Sim? That's a game. Wait, why do they use UDIMs? You need to kill Max? Well, these days, like, all studios I've been at, just to say, like, yeah, use whatever you want. They don't care. So... I think of these days, it's a lot, it's a lot different. Like I'm a Maya person, and then I'm starting to learn Blender. Not like super hard, but I'm using Blender because that's what I have access to. I don't want to pay for Maya. Do you think Nanite is a game changer for indie game dev? Yes and no. Nanite. Oh, actually, hold on. Does this still work? Oh, my message on stream thing doesn't work. So Nanite is a game changer and not. So Nanite has a base cost. So if you have a super low poly optimized environment and you turn on Nanite, your performance will go down. Because there's a minimum cost to Nanite. And if you're not accounting for that, because there's nothing you can do to reduce things. You already have it super low res poly. You're just gonna say extra performance cost. But if you're using like high res meshes, the scalability of Nanite is insane. I've worked on environments that have like hundreds of thousands of tries, and with Nanite, display less than 500,000 tries total for the entire environment. It is insane. But the other thing with that is each mesh is now Nanite mesh, which means it is considerably larger in file size. So you can, like, yes, you can use Nanite as an indie dev, but your game will be considerably bigger as a file size, and that might be important to you depending on what you're trying to do. So yes and no. You're not anything by looking at this, just as you're questioning everything? Good. Question everything. That's what I do. Whenever someone tells me this is like the way of doing something, I say why or how. Yeah, I question everything. I need to. Okay, yeah, just a reminder. Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. You're welcome for the info. The plays that we're getting, were getting bigger and bigger. Just this year, we made the biggest play in the game was old 1930s plane. Wait, what do you mean they're getting bigger and bigger? Hold on. It's gonna be hard for me to find problem area. That's why nanite eats all your VRAM. I don't know about VRAM specifically, but it definitely will eat up some resources. Yes, because basically, again, it has a minimum cost. It has to load larger stuff, so it makes sense. That now is supposed to make meshes smaller. Yes. Yes. Welcome back, Mickelson. It does make them smaller. In triangle count, it makes them smaller. In performance, it makes things better. But let's say, right, just hypothetically, let's say you just have a cube. Okay? You made a nanite. It's not reducing that very much. Or better yet, let's say you have a plane. Single plane, 2 triangles. It's not reducing that very much. So a low poly tree, like a low poly tree with like a low poly setup for the like a bush thing, it's not going to reduce it very much. So the reduction here might be, let's say, 20%. But the cost of it is like increasing it by 50% of the base nanite. So, but if this was like a super high-res tree, instead of 20% reduction, this might be like an 85% reduction. In which case, yeah, it is much better to use nanite, because this went from like a 5 million try tree to like, I don't know, 100K or whatever, right? So yes, for high-res mesh, nanite is the way to go. For a low-res, for a low-resolution tri-count mesh, the cost of nanite is probably going to be not worth it for you. Because again, nanite has a base cost. As soon as you turn it on, you have a cost there. But assuming that you're going super high-res, it is worth it, because otherwise you just wouldn't be able to even do the environments, because their triangle count would just skyrocket. It's gonna be really hard for me to find a scenario for what I need to test with. But I mean, we pretty much got the open area stuff done. It's all working. Open area. It's great. You're able to use nanite for realistic stylized stylized without a lot of baking. Yeah. That's completely fine. Yep. Not a problem at all. You can even use it for baking. I use nanite for baking. Most of my environments are baked because why is there a wall here? That's odd. Hey, Helix, welcome in. High mesh would be a nightmare to texture unless you throw your UVs in 3D paint. No, you would use the layered material setup that I was talking about earlier in the stream. Or you're painting it in Substance or something like that. Either way, like, this is not like you're hand painting. Ooh. This is not working. Why is this not working? Oh, it's because I need to change the trace for it. Start earlier. But yeah, the mesh being super high density, obviously the way, so in general, by the way, when you're making a mesh for nanite, like let's say you're making like a big rock. It's gonna be a rock, it's gonna go out, and this is your rock. Like a cliff face or whatever, right? Just because you have nanite does not mean you want to put in you know, 20 million tries. Don't do that. Put it in, the way to use nanite really is to put as much detail as you want to get the edge correct, the contour. Depending on how you're looking at it, that's all that matters. As long as this edge, like if you're looking at it this way, is like super high res, and you have all that detail, that's all. Because everything in here can be replicated with a normal map. If you're looking at just like straight on, right? So you don't need the high detail triangles here. You can go lower res. The main thing you need is the contours. So yeah, don't make it a 20 million tri mesh. Make it like a 2 million that has a nice contours for what you need, depending on how you look at it. And then this can be lower. I can show 2 million poly at max if I remember. Yeah, and I've created full-on environments with over hundreds of thousands of tries without nanite, and it would show like 500, 600k tries for the entire environment. This doesn't need to show more. It's great. Also, keep in mind that the more nanite needs to crunch, the more expensive it is. Keep that in mind also. Get world location of the camera. I'm not sure why it's not doing it. Oh, this is static. Room collision walls. Okay. I gotta do some other stuff if I do that. Okay. But we're on the right track. Yeah, you gotta be selective of what mesh is needed, but also keep in mind, here's another little caveat for you. It is more expensive to have a combination of nanite and not nanite than it is to have either one, typically. It is more expensive if you throw in non-nanite with nanite next to each other. It is more expensive than if you had everything nanite, even if it doesn't need it. Just heads up. So normally you just want to go full nanite or full not nanite. Obviously, transparency can be nanite. But yeah, that's almost story time. Hope that's been educational to you for you guys. It's funny how people say nanite and Lumina is game changer. It is, just not for everyone. Performance definitely hit dips. Absolutely. Your near do X is the plane we had to make or remake. It was a 2020 MS flight sim. 4 million polys with 2 to 4K textures with AO and a yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why I do that. But that's all the time I have for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had fun. Hope you learned something. Maybe. Maybe not. I guess it's not really that important to learn something. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 Pacific. And we'll continue our game dev. It's all working. It's basically working. I just need to remove the these walls from occasionally happening using the trace and stuff. And I probably just need to reduce the trace and take care of that and do all that good stuff. But yeah, otherwise we have like a nice open floor that we can just run around in. No more individual rooms. So this is great. Also, did I delete the... Oh, I didn't remove the... I'll fix that later. Thank you guys so much. And they told us that they didn't care about poly count. You still care about poly count, just not the same way you did before. Have a good night, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.